Hi guys, and welcome to another video on my art channel Sophie Art. Today I am creating a sunset painting. The idea came to me while I was sitting outside and enjoying a sunset. I just imagined sitting on a hill and looking at a beautiful sunset. Things like that seem so calming. I started by sketching out my idea, but I didn't film this because I somehow need to have my hand at a 90-degree angle, and that's why you can't really see anything. So we are starting with line art. I began with the hair, because the head is the most important thing in an artwork for me. When I mess it up, the chances of me finishing it decline really fast. Then I moved on to the dress. I wanted it to be a light flowing summer dress that kind of hang down the side of the mountain. In my idea she was sitting on a hill that had a rather cliffy back, but was kind of even on the front side, or the side that you can see. I wanted to really play with light in this painting, but I will come to this later. I tried to work on how the dress would fall down the hill, and I wanted her to sit in a kind of meditating pose, so I needed to look at how the dress would fall this way. And I think it turned out quite okay. I'm quite happy with it. I tried to create rather cartoony clouds because I fell in love with the way they kind of ease out into nothing. That's just a thing I like at the moment, so yeah. I didn't put line art on the sun because that just felt wrong. I can't tell you why, but I thought it would make it too harsh, and the sun is something that's kind of fading out, and that's why it felt wrong to make line art. After I had what I thought was everything, I saw that it looked kind of empty, so I decided to add flowers. And I'm really happy with that choice, because it looked so much more alive after that. For the petals I didn't use a specific technique, I just created 3 or 4 petals each flower and arranged them in a closed way. Because the sun was already going down, so the petals closed for the night. Moving on to the coloring of the mountain. I decided to make it black, mainly for the reason of contrast, but also to make it look rather cliffy and give it a special mountain texture. I know it looks a bit weird with the flowers on the one side, but it just fitted my idea better. The technique I used to create the mountain was mainly a wet on wet watercolor technique with adding a lot of texture. It's not 100% realistic, but you get the idea. Another reason why I used the black on the back of the mountain was that nearly no light would hit it there. Therefore it would be dark anyway. Then I added a layer of green on top of the mountain where the girl sits, to show that there is still a little green there and that the light is hitting that part. I had so much fun playing with light and shadows in this painting. The clouds are also getting green at the bottom because they are kind of reflecting the ground. To give them a cloudy, wobbly texture, I also added wobbly parts of green. I played a lot with shadows on the bushes to give them that leafy texture. I only added a light layer of paint to the flowers so they looked really gentle and soft. By the way, as you can see, I'm a color recycler. The color you can see on that watercolor palette is still from creating the cactus. As you may know, watercolor gets lighter when it dries. That's why I needed another layer of green on the mountain. And then I also decided to darken up the mountains itself, because it was just not enough texture for me. The clouds are getting a touch of blue. I decided to make the dress also blue, because a main rule in my art is that one color appears more than once. This, in my opinion, also makes a painting look more calming and not so in your face. But there needed to be a little bam. That's why I created a really bright and shiny sun. I mean, that's what we all love about sunset, don't we? I again used the wet on wet technique, but this time I tried to distribute the color really evenly instead of creating a lot of texture. I still added a gradient because the sun is kind of darker in the middle and then eases out. I'm adding a lot of shadows to the dress. The hair also got a gradient because it should look like it's getting darker where the light doesn't hit it so much. Looking back at it, I actually made a little mistake. If you look closely at the hands, I made them darker on the front, but that's actually the place where they should be lighter. So yeah, I just realized that now. At the end, I also added a little bit of yellow to the clouds, because they should reflect all the colors in some way. And yeah, now we are at the end. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about the artwork. Yeah, we will see each other in my next video. Bye!